it's and welcome back to my channel for another vlog. And I'm actually from the future because I did not record an intro or anything really when I was recording that vlog, so I'm just gonna explain and give a little bit of context. So basically I did spring cleaning, but I just picked up the camera and recorded myself cleaning without any explanation, because the day that I did it, well, that I started, I was bawling my eyes out the whole day. So obviously I didn't want to show my face on camera. I was not having a good day and I started cleaning and I was like, oh, why don't I just record it? And that's what I did. I started at 8 p.m, which is not the best time to start, but I did it until like probably 11. So I'm gonna let you guys with those footage.
So, since I didn't really talk through any of the clips, I thought I would do a little voiceover and just explain a little bit of what I was doing. So, basically, how it first started is that I got new containers for my markers and I wasn't happy with the other ones and I decided to change where they were going, and then I have my acrylic organizer on the side of the desk, and I thought, well, I have one empty, so what can I put in it to have less things on my desk? And basically after that I was on my way and I never stopped cleaning that day. But it was a really good thing because my desk was really crowded and it was a lot better afterwards. So I just did that, and then I just got on to cleaning my drawers and also just clean everything that I could put my hands on to change. What you see me now, I was watching a show first of all, and then I was putting a little piece of papers that were laying around in my drawer and just putting them all together so I wouldn't lose them and have a little less things around. And the little gray organizer that was on my desk was where I had some brushes for makeup, which went into my makeup drawer, and I just went around and tidied in my pencil cases because I had probably 5 of them, and I just went through them and decided what I could keep, what I could put in them to have less crowd around. Also, I was watching Grey's Anatomy Station 19 while I was doing this, and it didn't put me in a very good mood. It was pretty sad episodes. I'm not gonna give any spoilers, don't worry about that, but it definitely didn't help put me in a good mood. Once my desk was somewhat clean, I guess, I went through my bags. So I have multiple purses and bags that I carry with me pretty much every single day, and I just went through everything and decided what was necessary for me to have every day and what wasn't, and what could have a new home. So that took me a little while just because I had a lot of junk in there. And then I took a really big decision. If you are new to my channel, you may not know that I was kicked out of high school because my high school is not wheelchair accessible, and basically they didn't want to accommodate my needs and just decided that I wouldn't be a student there anymore. And I still Even though it was in January, I did not empty my school bag because it hurt too much and it was just making it too real, and I didn't want it to accept it, and I finally did it, and it was a great thing to do, but it was really hard. Also, you may not know this if you're just stumbling across this video, but I am paralyzed from the waist down as well as my left arm, so if you don't see a second hand moving around, that's because of it. That's just the reason why. And if you see a pink thing on my lap, I had horrible stomach pain that day, and I had a heating pad on the whole time. So that's just what was on my stomach the whole time. So once I was done with my bags, I decided to rearrange all of those drawers because I put things into them when I got them back in October and never actually organized anything. And what I have on my head is an ice pack. I had a horrible migraine as well, and I just had an ice hat. Which basically has a lot of ice packs in it, so yeah. And it took me forever to decide what I wanted to have in those drawers and how to do it, so you will see me struggle a lot.
You tell me you're scared. You tell me you're weak, but I know you're stronger than what you think. And I know it's hard. Yeah, I know it's rough, but we'll make it through, and I'll back you up. Wherever you're going, I'm going to. I'll follow you through the black and the blue. Whatever the mountain, we'll climb to the next. Honey, I'm with you through life and to death. You tell me you're nervous. You say you're afraid. I wish you could see that. I think you're brave, and if it all falls, if it all breaks, I'll still be here. We'll fix these mistakes. Wherever you're going, I'm going to.
So once I was finally done and thought that it was good enough for my drawers, I decided to take the time to declutter this little cart that I have. I've been using it for a long time now, and it's a mess. I have a bajillion things in it, and it was just not practical, and a lot of things didn't really belong there. I just put them on top every time I didn't want it to clean up something, so it was a gigantic mess. And that was pretty much the last thing that I did before I went to bed. So by then it was probably like 10 at night.
So when I went to bed, I already pretty much completed my desk. I still wanted to clean out my makeup and like tweak a few things, but I was mostly done with all of my desk area. And then it was Saturday the next day, and my parents decided to join me in cleaning the whole house. So I also did like deep cleaning, like doing like vacuum, mop, and everything for my room. So for the morning, I decided to stop the reorganizing everything to actually clean, so that my parents were able to vacuum and mop my room, because I cannot do that on my own. And then once that was done, I got back into reorganizing everything. I cleaned out my really old makeup, and I just did so much all in one day. Still really impressed with myself. So I'm gonna let guys with those footage.
So for my little deep cleaning of my room, which hadn't done in a really long time, I just took everything out and just swept everything. I did a lot more than I usually do, and you will also see in a second that I had a gigantic little blue thing here, which was really practical for me to reach all of those hard areas for me, just because everything is kind of too high. So I just had that to go around my entire room, and this whole thing took me the entire morning. Literally, it took me the entire morning. It was so long. And yes, this is a Christmas tree. I still have my Christmas tree in my room. It doesn't have any decorations or anything. I just never got around to actually put it away. And the white set of drawers that you see on the floor will be moved in, on the little unit that you see with the books. But I needed help to do that, so you will see it a little bit later. But yeah, overall it wasn't that bad. I don't know why I haven't done it sooner, but I just had music blasting in my ears, and I went through absolutely everything and cleaned everything, which overall helped my allergies a lot in the future. But once I did it, it was horrible. You will see me sneeze a bajillion times, and there you go, I dropped my keyboard because I wasn't careful enough. That's the issue with having only one hand. I cannot catch anything that falls if my hand is already occupied to something. And one of the things that I momentarily forgot the word of fell off, and I couldn't find how to put it back in. It was a mess, and I put it straight back where it fell, so that was probably not the smartest idea. And in a second, you can see that I have pup figures at the top on my little shelf, and I will take them all down and actually dust them. And that was, I think, one of the worst things, because it made me sneeze so hard because they were so dusty. for some reason, I also decided to take everything from behind my desk, well, on the side, which hadn't been moved, and I found my mirror. So it was a good thing that I did. I also realized that I was missing something because of it, so it was pretty much a good idea, I would say. But the shelf unit was so hard. No, that's what I was saying about this little unit. I was trying so hard to lift it, but it was too difficult to do with only one hand. And that was when my parents did the vacuum and mop of my room. I had to put everything on my bed, so they had full access to the floor, and then I had to take everything down, which was pretty hard, but also like it wasn't the hardest thing. So once I was done with the actual cleaning, I went right back into my spring cleaning slash decluttering, and I went through all of this drawer is makeup drawer and like beauty things, and I went through it and pretty much threw everything out, most of my things, because they were like 5 to 10 years old for some of the things. So I took my courage and actually threw everything, even though I was emotionally attached to it, but I couldn't keep it any longer. So yeah, and I just rearranged a little bit in the drawer underneath it just because I wanted to. And then I went through all of my old makeup, which is in this one, in this double drawer white thing, and then in my acrylic organizer behind it. And I threw away so many things, rearranged a bunch, and just like did what I needed to do and what felt really good. So yeah, that's pretty much it for all of that. And then the last thing that I did was to rearrange a few things in the white drawer furniture. I don't know how it's called, but the one that was behind me next to the Christmas tree. And I just rearranged a few things in the drawer, but honestly didn't do that much. And then at the end of the video, you will find right after this, in not so long, you will find all of the results of my cleaning, which I'm really excited that I was able to have those shots. And a little secret, if you stayed until then, you can hear it. I actually couldn't film the results the day that I finished because my camera ran out of battery before I could do it. So I had to re-clean my room like 2 days later because it was a mess already, and I had to re-clean everything in order to have the after shots. So I hope you enjoy them.
Oh my child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt.
So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I didn't really thought this video through, so I hope it was still a good one. And yeah, subscribe if you want to see more, like this video if you liked it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.